Ladies and gentlemen, making their way down to the clown studio. Introducing first. He's the former and longest reigning bald champion of the world. The current TNT champion of Clown Wrestling Federation. The man of many names, but here you will address him as Cool Sheen. And his co-host. The man who is yet to peak. In fact, people say he's still getting cuter. He's the ace in the hole. Your hardcore champion, Adrian Diesel. And this is Clowning Around the Ring.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
That's how you get started in
No
this
feedback?
business.
I got a mic and a backup mic, and they don't like no feedback. These queer? These queer right here? I'm bi. I can say that word. Don't throw hate in the comments, chat. These queer? These queer right here? You guys ever see Joe Dierte?
I put an E on it. It makes it fancy. It's like it's French. Okay. Welcome. Episode 4. And that's just a preview of how this episode might go. We might get a little little sideways on you.
A little tangenty on
Because
you.
we coming in late. We coming in, 11 p.m.
We do late nights now.
I mean, because we got to, stay up and see all of the WrestleMania, Wrestle MSG tweets. We got to stay up and we got to prepare
We're just
our
starting
minds
hot.
and hearts for Revolution tomorrow.
We're starting hot.
I'm just saying, hey, man, that, of course, we got to do a late pod.
Yeah. Oh, see, we
We got to get as much steam in us as possible because it's happening.
Because we're not doing we might do a special for tomorrow. Don't know.
But hey, all I'm saying is it's been a good week. It's been a good week.
See? Season anymore.
I do think I only saw parts of Raw, but Raw looked more interesting than SmackDown this week for sure.
They don't have a world champion on the show, so they kind of have to turn it up. You feel me? No world champion was presented on Raw.
What?
I don't even know what to say to that, dude. That's crazy.
Where was he?
Sitting at home enjoying his paychecks, but
He was in the cabin.
yeah, he's chilling.
Good for him.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad at him, but
He
I'm
was
just
probably
saying,
watching Friends.
Yo,
He likes Monica. That's his favorite character from that show.
hey man, that's cool.
That's a fact, by the way.
I don't like that show, but good on him for having something that he can,
Because
take
the
his
man
time.
doesn't watch too much TV. He's only
I bet he doesn't looking like
he's
that.
seen like Seinfeld and Friends, so it's the 90s.
I'm trying to think.
Becky got whipped by Bianca's hair.
Yes,
if you
okay. That's,
on Raw, if you listen closely, you can hear.
Because I was just in my head thinking, how are we gonna tackle WWE because of this Saturday show that we didn't get to see?
Well, it's like nothing. Well, I thought something important was gonna happen because the last time they did an MSG event that wasn't televised, I'm pretty sure a title changed, but it doesn't look like anything happened, like major.
I don't think anything happened. No. Not from what I saw, like anything crazy. It was just Roman coming out and trying to get acknowledged.
Yeah. Yeah, and that the fact that happened tonight, I'm like, was that gonna happen again? Is that literally what's gonna happen at Manias?
Probably. That was a little foreshadow, I think. Or they wanted that to leak and get out because they want people to think it's going to be just Roman dominates and then Brock ends up winning. But I just don't see a world where Brock unites the championships. But it's all good.
I do.
I don't.
Weirdly, I do. I can't remember who I would want to come out. I mean, I guess like it would be funny and kind of tight if Vince's boy Austin Theory just kept on trying to get at him.
Fucking with Brock.
Yeah, but like that, there's no one else really I could, like except for Roman, like feuding with Lesnar, with B-Les.
Yeah, it's interesting. So okay, we can start. We can just go through Raw. You can give me some scoops. I only saw Dom and Ray give a little smack talk to Miz. I saw a little bit of that match you were just speaking about, where Bianca was whipping Becky with her hair and putting on a show. Gave I don't remember who she pinned. She pinned somebody.
She pinned somebody. That's true. I think.
And it wasn't Becky. It was the.
Leaves two other women.
Yeah, I know, and I don't. Liv came up and hugged her afterwards, and it was lit. I was happy. I just remember being so joyful. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Who was it?
I don't remember who she pinned either. It might have been. It was either Nikki Ash or Doudrop.
It was Ash then. Those were Becky's partners?
Yes.
Nikki Ash didn't look to be her attire wasn't what I remember. I guess.
It was still superhero. Almost superhero. But yeah, she was her. Yeah, those were her partners, and she got whipped. And if you listened closely, and if you knew what day it happened on, if you listened closely, you could hear all sorts of revenge coming with those whooshes, with those hits.
Yeah.
Greatest hits.
Yeah, those.
Where's Lashley? Oh, he's hurt.
Oh yeah.
Forgot.
Yeah.
Lashley's hurt.
Lashley. Okay, so back to Becky.
Yeah. So she, I hope, gets mollywopped in 20 seconds. Like, I want her almost to get mollywopped.
Well, so
faster.
did you see what happened to her at today?
Nah.
She was in a match with Bianca and Rhea Ripley.
Oh, word?
And somebody tweeted a picture of, or as a video of Bianca and Rhea Ripley holding up Becky upside down on their shoulders, and they looked at each other, high-fived, and just slammed her on her back hard, and it was crazy savage. And they tweeted that it was literally just a Becky, like, just smash fest in the ring for 10 minutes or whatever, where those two girls just took advantage.
Yeah, see, I need...
Should have been televised, because that would have been great television. I wanted to see that.
It's fine.
But it's funny because a couple other people who were tweeting about, oh my gosh, now people care about house shows because something's happening, right? And
dude, we were in a pandemic. We're in a pandemic.
True. But somebody tweeted and replied to them like, dude, house shows are always where they give the fans more of what they want instead of giving like the more true, like dramatic, turns and things like that. And so, of course, the house shows are going to have like random cool matchups that we want to see and shit like that. So it's like a thing where I'm mad they didn't televise it, and I'm glad that they get to give, fans what they want though still. Like, you couldn't televise every show. You couldn't give the fans what they want every single show and televise every show. So it's like, okay, if they're going to,
meet me in the middle.
It's New York though. How are they ever going to go to New York and not, and not televise it? And it not be a big show. It's always going to be big because it's New York. They're going to sell a big ass arena, and if they televise it, sick. But if they don't, then it feels like we miss out because it's a big show. But we're not really missing out. It's the same thing that they would fucking do in Illinois. Maybe not all the same stars, but I shouldn't say Illinois maybe, but Chicago. That is Illinois. That's what I mean. That is what I mean actually.
What?
Look at that. We figured it out on our own. We didn't even need his help. Got him.
Yeah. So...
Didn't even let you cook myself, and then also saved myself before you could get me.
No, I put the lid on.
I'm gonna let you think that you let me do that, but I put the lid on.
So you think that you let me?
I'm letting you think.
No. That's
That
not how it works.
I think that you think that I know that I put the lid on.
Okay. Agree to disagree. Whatever. But I don't know. That's I guess how I feel about that. They would do something like that in Chicago. They bring out some stars. They fucking put on a show.
No, I think more Illinois.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, what about like Ohio? No, not Ohio. I mean Cleveland.
No, I'm thinking maybe like San Fran. No, Cali.
Well, it would be the reverse, but yes.
We mix it up.
Yeah. I was thinking like they would do that in like Texas. You know what I mean? But like
Roadhouse.
Okay, maybe not Texas, but like Dallas.
Yeah. Yeah. You think Flo Rida's house is big enough?
Yes. Yes.
My man.
Yeah, exactly. So what about Seth friggin' Rollins on Raw? Did anything go down?
He had a tag
Seth
team
and
match.
KO. Yeah, Seth and KO. What's going on?
They opened and then I don't remember actually if they had a match or not right away, but they had fucking Alpha Academy who have a new shirt out. Shoosh. And thank you. Gulps are so loud. Just shoosh. Over there, huh? Thank you. And then Gable and Owens got in a shoosh off, and during a shoosh, Gable got stunned, and then that's why I can't remember if they had a match after that or not.
Okay.
Or wait, because is this the one where Randy got hurt? Oh, does anyone know? Chat, help me.
I have no clue because I didn't watch it. Unfortunately.
It's fine, dude. They have the triple threat tag championship match on Monday, I think. That's why I'm like, it doesn't matter what happened. Yeah. That's what they did.
Bobby? Where's Bobby?
He is hurt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bobby
we
Lash,
know where Bobby's at.
He is hurt.
So there's just no solo pushes in Raw right now?
No. Finn Balor. Finn Balor's getting the solo push. He dethroned Damian Priest. He's the new United States champion. Edge went ballistic mode. Edge went fucking ballistic mode on AJ Styles.
Okay, yeah.
Did you see anything about that?
I saw a little bit about that. I thought this week, that was last week. This week he explained why he did that.
No.
Or that's what...
No, I thought last week is when he made the challenge, and this week is when AJ Styles came out and accepted it, and then he bashed his head in with
Well,
a
maybe
concerto.
okay. Well, okay. So I only saw parts of it, right? And I saw the part where they recapped him beating the shit out of AJ Styles and saying that they were going to explain why he did that, why he came at him like that later in the episode. So that could have happened earlier in the episode, and they were saying at the end of the episode, Edge is going to recap again. That's definitely something they would do. That's something they would do. So I'm not mad at it. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. So yeah, no
but
men
not
solo
a whole
pushes.
lot happened.
Vin Balor, huh? Okay. We need a crickets freaking.
I like how you always call him
soundboard.
Finn Balor.
Yeah, because he doesn't, dude.
Put respect on the man's name.
I will when it's a change it. When it's a better one.
So what's wrong with his name?
I don't like it. I don't know. I call him what I want to call him.
Yeah, Edge did attack
Okay, I'm not okay. And you also explained it. Is all I was saying.
This is the week where RK Bro fought the Street Profits.
Okay.
What's actually funny is I told you that earlier off cam. I knew that information earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought okay. I guess I just was confused. I didn't know if that was something that you were telling me that happened tonight, not Monday.
Oh, word.
I'm sorry. I got confused on that one.
It's your fault.
but still.
Can you dig it, sucker?
But can you dig the fact that there's only one solo push and it's Finn Balor?
That's not true. Oh wait, on Raw.
Yeah. For men solo push is.
That's not true.
And
Austin Theory is technically on Raw.
Okay, I'll give you that. And I like him, so you know what? Okay.
But that's it. There's no like belt push, but there's people getting pushed.
So moving on then.
Yeah, I don't think anything else happened anyways.
Women's.
I told you this.
Yeah, but
Becky's.
and that's just it's just continuing.
They
that.
had 6 women, and then they said that's our quota.
Okay. Haters, but
Weirdos.
Yeah, haters.
I don't even
What else
think
we
Alexa Bliss had therapies this week. We
Okay.
literally got 6 women's, and then they hit the quota.
You saw how slouched I was for Raw. That's because I don't get excited for Raw. But I'm gonna get up because you know what? We're gonna transition to SmackDown, and then we're gonna hit NXTs, and then we're gonna hit AEWs. SmackDowns I watched. SmackDowns was okay. I'm gonna pull out my trusty notepad,
All
like
right,
motherfucking.
Steve.
That's exactly who it is. Motherfucking Steve from motherfucking Blues Clues. But what I have to say is that they started the fucking show with promo to promo.
What?
And they didn't even leave any transition. It literally cut from one superstar to the next superstar.
What?
They do that sometimes. Though.
No,
you haven't seen
okay.
that on a SmackDown before?
Not very often do they, I guess, do it that poorly production-wise. From WWE, I have a very high standard of production. I don't have a high standard of storytelling in wrestling anymore. That's the one thing that they actually can come through on consistently is that their production is usually top of the line. That's why when they do that backstage little like curtain interview spot, I do not
The
like
gorilla?
that spot.
You don't like the gorilla position before they come out?
Is that the gorilla
Yeah,
position?
yeah.
That's what that room called,
That's-
and
yeah.
it's in different colors all the time, and they like do it with like foil almost. It looks like.
Or are you talking about like when there's like a monitor behind them doing an interview with a lady? Or
It's
always
usually a lady. Yeah, it's usually.
and not like before they walk through the curtain and then their music hits. Do
No,
they
it's-
walk through this curtain?
They walk through the curtain,
Yeah,
and
that's-
then
that's
their
the
music
gorilla
hits
spot,
usually.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's the gorilla spot, and they do it all in different colors all the time for different superstars. I feel like I remember that for sure.
I feel like it's always white.
No, they've done it. Well, no, they've done it colors, and I'm gonna.
Put in the pics, Sapphire.
Yep.
Put in any pics.
We'll look for the edits. It'll
Let
be
me
right
know.
here.
Let me know.
but I-
Sapphire, I see you calling me out sometimes too. Don't forget who signs your check.
Oh shit, he's calling you out. Sapphire, be careful.
Watch
Hey.
out. It's my cousin.
It's all good. He doesn't actually write your checks. We don't get checks.
That's right. I pay my cousin in cash.
Yeah, Jamba Juice in cash.
Jamba Juice cash, and the cash is actually from Monopoly. Can't tell the difference.
Sapphire, cut that out. No, I'm just kidding.
You guys remember Trident Layers?
Goddamn.
I would pay Sapphire and Trident Layers if I could. The worst flavor too.
But I guess we got really looped out there just because I was complaining about WWE and we started talking about some other things about production. But I'm just saying that WWE usually production wise comes in like fire, like usually like top of the line. But like this week, it started very meh to me. It just started very meh to me, and then
Well, that's because they had to wait until near the end of the show so the world champ can make an appearance.
well, so it went from promo of Ronda Rousey and Sonya Deville
Mm-hmm.
to promo of Usos and
What?
Viking Bros to literally Sami Zayn's entrance.
What?
No graphics, no like what's coming up next, no any production.
You
just
missed the opening theme song in the beginning before all.
okay.
of those.
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't give you the intro that we probably have skippable on Hulu.
What?
I wish.
I might even just do that manually. But anyways, No, it was just like extremely. That's what I mean by like it just didn't have any cohesion, and that's usually not what I see from them. So that I had to notate that. And the match that they put on though was good. The
Zayn and Ricochet one?
yeah,
Yes.
the match they put on with Zayn Ricochet was good. Ricochet won, took the belt. There's
Some
a little
cheese.
steam there. Yeah,
Some cheese took place.
yeah, but I mean, Ricochet needs a little cheese, dude.
Yeah, and that dance too. What was that, family? I need you to never hit that on the way down.
I kind of liked it.
Um,
I'm not hating. Do your thing.
What?
Nah, do your thing. If it means
I
dubs,
have to get up and show you what it was one more time.
if it means dubs, do it.
Do the arms. It was.
He was just hitting the Kendrick Lamar. Baby Keem. I am the Omega.
It was
featuring
way.
Lamar, like-
It was way not that.
It was kind of like that, dog. It was kind of like that. He was
So
just
not really.
he was just hitting it without having the swag of Kendrick Lamar. So it's okay though, because you're not. I don't expect him to have that.
Hey, next.
I know it wasn't that, but it's hey,
It's next.
it wasn't that. I know.
Oops.
Hey, but
So we're moving on now.
well, no, because Johnny Knoxville. I just want to ask about. So
Jeez.
what's up? Well, I'm wondering.
Sami Zayn still challenged him to a match, and he still accepted. They're still fighting at WrestleMania. I really thought.
Do you
I
think
really
that
wanted
Sami will
Knoxville
get
was gonna
the?
get the belt?
Do you think
Nah,
they're just gonna
because-
leave it
nah,
aside?
because on the backstage side of things, both of the men who've won these mid card belts are like loved per se backstage. So it's their turn for a little mid push, and that's why when Kenthick was like, it's probably going to be like a jobber run, probably, but he might be a medium, like a decent length mid card run, because once you have a mid card belt, you don't have to put it on the line ever.
Could he open for WrestleMania?
Could
Ricochet?
could. Don't know against who other than Sami Zayn. But he has a match with Knoxville. So make it a triple threat.
What about I hope I don't sound like an idiot here. I'm sorry if I do, but what about Rick Boogs?
Dude, I don't know if they're ever gonna push him
Solo.
without Shinsuke, yeah. And yeah.
He could have a little IC push against Ricochet though. That could be maybe like the final boss and maybe the guy who takes it in a little trifecta.
I'm getting to the point though to where I need Shinsuke to turn heel and break Boogs' guitar and speakers and then give Boogs, a different gimmick. Because the last person they had play the guitar, Elias, his name was Elias. WWE stood for Walk with Elias, but now it stands for We Want Elias. TM. They randomly, after years of him doing the gimmick, they pulled him from TV, and his picture, his render picture in WWE 2K22 is he's wearing gear that we never saw because it's for the character that they thought about giving him. And I guess they had him cut his hair short, and they gave him Elias is a guy who wore jeans in the ring, okay?
Okay.
And they gave him chonies, okay? And they gave him armbands, okay? So, but they're colorful like the Road Warrior, okay? Far left. Character change didn't make sense there. So I'm scared to what this guitar gimmick is gonna go stale eventually. Shinsuke no longer is. Rick Boogs now has no good rhyme or reason to rock with Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke not the king. Shinsuke not the champion. Shinsuke nothing. Huh?
So have them start with
One
them.
of them needs to turn heel.
So start with them maybe doing like a tag team situation, like a stipulation tag team match. Not like they are a tag team, but a stipulation tag team match, and then like Shinsuke turns because they lose, and then
Yeah,
beats them
exactly.
up. Okay,
Something silly.
I'm not mad at that. I would take that. If we want to get a little bit into some more SmackDown, these are a couple disappointments. Before we get into
My life be like, you're still talking about SmackDown? I thought you were talking about something else.
no, I was
I thought you
gonna.
were talking about my life.
No, I'm gonna say.
Disappointment.
I know. I'm trying to avoid your self-loathing. What I was gonna say is that the New Day versus the Irish Bros is not what I want to see. It's not. You're not gonna convince me.
Next, please.
And also, the Usos versus the Raiders is very played out.
Hey, at least they finally got the match, though.
Yeah, they finally got into the ring with the Usos. Yes, you are right. Let's give them an applause. But it's over, right? They just do things for too long. Because we're going to get into one more thing that they've been doing for too long.
What's the only other tag team?
Hey, it's all good. I don't want to talk about that anymore. I just said we're just talking about some disappointments that they've been doing. They can make tag teams.
They don't know how.
Okay. Next. So another disappointment before we get into the last thing and the only like other real couple good things on SmackDown would be McIntyre versus
Jinder Mahal.
Meh.
It's the difference and not Baron Corbin.
And also, but it's but Mac not having like interesting feud is so just like weird.
What do you mean? How is it weird that the guy who is your former WWE champion, he's now just rendered to nothing? How is that weird?
He just
What?
week to week seems to like I don't know, just have like no stakes. It's like not that what he's doing is
Well, he's vegan. I'm just kidding.
it's not like what he's doing is poor work. It's just that like there's no
I'm not
gravity.
mad at him. I'm mad at the writers.
Yeah, there's no gravity to any of his situations. The situations he's put in don't make me like have any stakes to him. So I'm like, it doesn't really matter like win or lose, or if he's not in contention of any battle royale or whatever.
No, but as you say every week, basically, there's no ranking system there. So if you're not in contention for the main belt, you're not doing anything.
You're just running around like a chicken with your head cut off.
You could just sit in catering and get paid, a pretty decent amount of money. So yeah.
Yeah, and this isn't a hate cast. It's just that those are just a couple things that I feel are a little rough.
Right.
We started with like production wise rough. They had a couple filler matches that seem like they're gonna continue like to try to be stories, but they should just be filler. But we don't see a pivot. We don't see the turn. So that's where I'm like, okay.
Well, it was cool that this isn't the fourth week in a row the New Day fought Los Lotharios.
Yes.
And it wasn't the 16th week in a row we saw Drew McIntyre do something with either Happy Corbin or Madcap Moss.
But having Drew on the show still, like, and not having like anything start that's actually legitimate, having the New Day on the show and not start anything legitimate seems it's just crazy to me that they wasted 3 weeks on Los Lotharios, which was the filler, to then now switch the filler. It's not like they started a new story.
I don't know if they even know what they're doing.
So okay, but that's what I mean by it's not a hate cast. It's more of just like we don't get it. We just don't get it. I guess we're not on the inside. We don't understand. There's no direct line of pushing for any of the superstars that we see other than like the few people who hold this thing and like the Uso brothers. Like we can see almost clearly who's going to win and lose for the next couple months just based on like what's happening kind of and who's going to be relevant and who's not going to be relevant. So it's kind of weird. Ronda versus Sonya though was good. First match they put on together.
Yeah, her first on SmackDown. Ronda's first on SmackDowns.
It
She
was
was wearing a different top. It said "Hot Mama."
it was cool. It wasn't a bad
Legit.
match.
It wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all.
I kind of end up liking Sonya's matches because she shows a lot of character, like personality in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Like she seems really, and I mean this in the sense of like she seems bitchy in the ring. Like she seems like she's yelling and like she'll scratch you for some reason. I feel like she'll scratch you. I don't know why, but she like that's the type of. But because of the way she wrestles and she talks and she's like snappy and attitudey.
It's almost like she grew up like in Staten Island or something. You know?
yeah.
She ain't scared to get a little dirty.
Charlotte came out and talked that shit, and I like that too.
Yes. Yeah.
So that made that match interesting.
Mic'd up back. Yeah.
She came out and talked that shit. To Pat too, like, do you know who you're talking to? Type shit, you know what I mean? Which I thought was kind of hype. I thought that was kind of legit.
Yeah. If you had power, would you not be bending the rules to your advantage a little bit?
It's only
interesting.
It's only like smart. And Roman came out, had a promo.
Of course.
It wasn't the beginning or end of the show.
No. It was like the middle.
It was
the
damn
middle
near
of the
the
Hulu cut.
yeah, damn near the middle. I would say middle end, but damn near the dead middle, which is weird.
Middle end.
Yeah,
Like the second half of the middle.
yeah,
Okay.
or the beginning of the end.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
But
It's a bagel.
I think that he's good at talking his shit, dude. I don't know. I don't hate that he's the guy. A lot of people hate that he's the guy, I guess. There's some people who I guess hate that he's the guy or I just how dominant he is as the guy. But I don't get mad at that. It's that they don't have a system underneath him. You can have a number one and it can be the number one for a long time. You just have to have
A really strong number 2.
or just a number. You just have to have a number 2 through 18 that actually compete and actually like are interesting and maybe you see something in the 16 when he's young that in 5 years he's gonna climb and make his way to 1.
Right.
Who's the guy right now who we see who's going to climb and make his way to 1 by the time Roman is on his way out for real, which is 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? How many years?
Probably, yeah, around 5, I would say.
And I think he'll lose the belt once. He won't. I think they'll make it to where he gets close to holding the strap for the record, which is like, I think 2 years away. It's like 500 days away or something stupid.
Oh, yeah, the longest.
Yeah, the longest reign. He'll get close to that, I think, which it's like a couple years away, and they might have him lose to somebody crazy like The Rock or somebody. John Cena will come in and say, "No, you're not going to be the one." Somebody will come in and say no, and
'cause hold on.
that would be the time where the young guy would be the one, the next guy. But they don't have somebody who they're building who's going to be like an IC 2-year champion holder, like just badass and have very little losses, but not ever like face the top 4 guys because they don't know how to do that.
I just thought about that when they do the Money in the Bank match.
They could do that with Bob Breaker. Sorry, I just had to get that out.
Doesn't matter who wins the Money in the Bank because they're not going to be able to successfully cash it in.
Ever.
I'm pretty sure.
If
Until, it's going to have to be like some huge. It'll be like another Rollins at Mania type situation.
If they actually
Give it back to E.
they actually merge the belts and they don't if they merge the belts, then yeah, I don't see him losing to anybody who wins Money in the Bank for a couple years.
And you can only hold the briefcase for a year, so you have to cash it in and then lose.
Yep.
Yeah, so please don't unify them unify them, but don't keep them unified. Because Becky became Becky 2 belts out of Mania, but then she was a savage and was like, I'll just defend them both in one night. She went baller mode. Someone cashed in a Money in the Bank briefcase on her, I'm pretty sure. But she still was like balling out. She's like, oh, I'm Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion.
Well, and so you could have Roman do that.
And
And
that
it
would
wouldn't
be, that
hurt
would
his
be fine
legacy.
too.
If he holds the main strap,
If he continues to hold the Universal, right? Because that's going to have to be the one that he holds forever.
that's the main strap.
Yeah, it's just a dumb name. Can we just get the big gold belt back?
That'd be kind of sick.
And there's a lots of clowns right now saying like Vince is gonna drop a new belt and it's gonna be the meta belt.
The meta belt.
The meta belt.
Crickets. Anyways, yeah, so
NXT or
yeah, I guess we have to after that because that hurt my head what you just said.
I don't even remember what I just said.
Yeah. What was that?
What?
NXT. NX Mother T.
Did I watch this week's?
Yeah, we watched it together. Actually,
Oh yeah, I was mad tired, bud.
yeah, we watched it together. I woke you up to watch it with me,
That's a lie. I was.
or
I
you were
was
about
gonna
to go to
bed,
you were
and then
about
I
to go
was
to bed.
like, okay, Ben.
I kept you from sleeping.
Okay, I'll work.
Uh,
And then my alarm didn't go off, and then I was late to work. Sorry, Chris.
it was a great show.
Yeah.
Started off with LA Knight, I believe. I didn't write notes for this one. Started off with LA Knight in the center of the ring talking crap. Grayson Waller came in from the top. Wasn't that the very beginning?
Well, that might have. Oh yeah, because he was laying down some facts of life. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We forgot to edit the soundboard.
What?
we didn't put in a yeah, but
Figure it out, bud.
I'm just trying to remember some more NXT stuff before we get too deep into it
Pitter patter.
because I didn't write notes for
Women's
NXT.
Dusty?
Yep.
Women's
Two
Dusty happened,
women's
right?
Dusty. Yep. 2 women's Dusty Cup matches happened.
And Dakota Kai and Wendy Chu won theirs.
Yes, they did.
And then Cora
Jade,
and
and
Raquel Gonzalez won theirs, correct?
yes.
Said sorry for the losers. Deny your names.
Well, they were all. One of them was first time, I think, wrestling.
Okay, yeah, it was
It's a
like
wrestling
Dakota Kai
debut.
and Wendy Chu's.
Yes, they're
Opponents,
the
the newbies.
They were in the silver.
And
They
were
had a couple
savage. They were
promos.
dope.
They had a couple promos before this week
Right.
with the Lumberjack boys.
Oh yeah, the guy who had to film
His date stuff.
his date stuff.
And then he actually, at the end of this episode, he's on a date with one of the girls.
oh yeah,
They went into the
with,
locker room and
that's
grabbed
who
him.
that guy.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
not who that is.
It's not.
No,
Oh, it's not.
no, that's the guy who lost his hair against Cameron Grimes.
Oh, you're so right. Okay. Oh,
Knowledge is power.
yeah. Why did I think that? Because I didn't remember what name she said. I just remember him
Sure,
coming
sure.
in, and I remember. No, that was different girls that came in and saw them talking about the dating app
Yep,
thing.
yep.
That was something
They
different.
sure
Okay,
were.
I'm sorry. I mixed
Sure
two.
were
I
different
mixed two
girls.
stories. I mixed two
This
stories together.
guy, Sapphire.
What?
Sapphire me. Can we talk about the Women's Dusty Cup because they set up the Wendy Chu and
Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai to face Raquel Gonzalez and Cora Jade. So that's an interesting matchup to me because
Because
that's
the two actual, like, all four of them are actually
like solo
in
pushed,
the company. You know what I
and
mean?
they're solo pushed like acts.
Oh yeah. That's
So
true. That's
I
true.
think that
they didn't have enough women, and
and
they had to make these tag teams.
well, so I think that
SmackDown.
who they have winning this will show who they I think like the most.
And I think that means Raquel Gonzalez and Cora Jade because Raquel Gonzalez is a former champion.
I think so too, and I think that they'll have Wendy Chu and Dakota Kai put on a good show in like a long
And then
one.
I think Dakota Kai was gonna blast on her afterwards after they lose.
Okay, and I can
think
see
the
that.
loser of their match, someone is turning. I think, no matter
I don't
what
know
team.
if Cora and that's the other part is Cora and
I could see
Raquel.
Raquel being like, "See, I never should have made like I should have never listened to you." Remember,
They've
'cause
just
they had a fight
created-
before. They had a fight before.
They've created
earn
such
respect.
a bond though.
Who cares?
Yeah, but
They're
I
trying
don't
to
know.
sucker you in.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it would be out of character to see them act weirdly
It's out
like
of
that.
character to see Raquel Gonzalez not be a mean savage.
No, you can be a mean savage to everyone but a couple people.
I guess, but she was a little more savage. How do you lose your notes, Steve?
I didn't lose them. What else happened on NXT?
Carmelo Hayes.
Oh yes, they did, and
defended.
Pete Dunne.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a main event, right?
I believe it was.
That was a good one.
It could have main evented if it
Did
didn't.
you like that segue? That was a good one.
I'm not 100% certain if that was main event, but it could have if it didn't.
Could've- I mean, you know, you know.
Do you think Carmelo's gonna continue to hold? No, wait.
Then what was the main event?
The tag team:
Which one?
Ciampa, Braun, Dolph, Rude.
Oops.
That's why I'm like, wait a minute, we just messed that up bad.
What?
Because that was a good match too.
What?
NXT's been putting on.
NXT has been putting on that, but I watched it late and I medicinal.
We both didn't take notes.
Yeah, and I didn't take notes on it.
We just try to talk it out and remember.
I have this. It's not an ad yet, but I have this Rocket book where I can write and then like scan it into my phone. You know, document it. Kinda. It's so sweet, but my pen died, so I have to get a new one. I have to get a new pen for my Rocket book. The book that you can use over and over again because you can scan your notes onto your phone and send them to your email. They also have a Rocket book that you could put in your microwave and it'll erase everything for you. Rocket book.
It's fire. So no, that was so okay. We're going fast. I just wanted to make sure that we knew that wasn't the final match, and I wanted to ask you something about Carmella. Do you think Carmella's going to hold for a long time? Also, do you think Carmella could ever get a legitimate push to the big leagues? Do you think he could go up to the big leagues?
His finisher is so savage. I just got a flashback memory of what
His
it is.
finisher is savage, and because he's going from the top,
rope.
he's
And then
going from the
hitting
top.
like a
Can you dig it, sucker?
he's hitting like a
He
Booker T
kinda is.
bookend, you know
He
what I mean?
kind of is, and he's from the top.
Dude, was that his scissor kick down though? Kind of stupid, medicinal.
But- Do you think he could go?
I think he could hold. I think he's even had that strap for a bit already, so I could see him holding it through their stand and deliver. So like I could see him holding it for a couple more months.
Yeah. No, and this might even not be for a year.
Right.
The landscape of their main roster is so crazy that like I don't know how you interject him. What is happening, right? We just went over this. What is happening? So like interjecting him seems crazy. Do you think his contract could go up? He's good enough. Do you think he could survive at the other company?
I think anyone has a real shot at shining over at the other company because they have to put in the work themselves.
If they want to wrestle, they'll be a wrestler. Okay.
I do
Okay.
think that if in WWE, if the boys in the back fuck with him, that he could get put on Raw or SmackDown, and he might have a mid-card run, might maybe win some special event matches, you know, maybe a ladder. I could see him being a Money in the Bank one day, you know. I could see him maybe winning the Rumble.
I could see his Trick Williams sidekick character becoming a suited character who just talks.
Yeah, but he would have to tone it down. He would have to not be as hype. Or like he could be his hype man still, but it's almost like he is a 12-year-old hype man sometimes. And
I
I need him
kinda-
to be a hype man and not a hype boy.
No, I kind of like him to be the immature one because it makes Carmelo, the champion, look more mature.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Other than sit in the
no,
booth?
no, they didn't do anything, but there was a who. It wasn't.
I thought their only woman matches were Dusty Cup. Am I wrong?
You may be right, but I gotta just really make sure I check into my databanks of my memory because there was no Nikita Lyons this week.
I know. Sad. It's the only reason I watched it. I was like, maybe the Gator's showing up. Tony D'Angelo's cut of promos.
Yeah,
A backstage video promo.
at the Pia,
He's down at the pier. It's where your friggin' body's gonna be
Where
if
you
you
gonna be
don't
s-
show up, eh?
where you're gonna be swimming with the
You're
fishes.
gonna be swimming with him, eh? Hey, Ma, give me a pastrami, all right, eh?
But his promo made it sound like he doesn't know who he's gonna be going against because he's like, it doesn't matter who my opponent is.
Because it doesn't matter. Whoever it is ending up in a body bag, eh? I'm a garbage man.
That's okay. Super side tangent, but you just reminded me of something. You know how maybe I even said this on air of last episode. I'm not sure, but I'm giving you a little backstage scoop of a conversation if it wasn't on air. Remember what I was saying about how sometimes the promos remind me of battle rap,
Yeah,
like little
yes,
bars, right?
Yep.
That wasn't on air.
That might have been on air, but that
See-
might have
see
been in
how
the
that
hour that got deleted.
Okay. So, because what I wanted to say was, body bag is someone's catchphrase, like line,
Oh, okay.
and the way that you just said it, the way you just said it, kind of reminded me of the
Is he
catchphrase.
Italian?
No, but it's just like kind of
Is
the
there
way
any Italian battle rappers?
he just kind of
Let me know.
hangs his words.
Okay.
So the way he hanged his words sounded kind of the same. Oh, dude, this happened again.
Oh,
again.
no. Your body was covering it the majority of the time, so I didn't say shit.
Sorry
And
about that,
I
chat.
noticed that a long time ago.
But it's probably gonna happen again. But it's all good. We're just gonna roll with it. Okay, so
Shit.
sorry about everything. Got to take back for everything I've done. Let's move on. We're gonna move on to the main event. The main event for real this time. Not the Carmelo Hayes. Not Trick Williams being a 12-year-old boy and that he could probably act however he wants and still be the hype man and
He'll
just.
still be a butt boy.
I think he's. Oh my god. Whatever. I do think. I think that he should dress more like a professional like person and like be on the side like he signs papers for him and stuff. But also he's hype. Like I want him to like know business, but also be like crazy hype.
Do you also want him to non-wrestle?
He can wrestle too, but not like at high levels. I want him to lose a lot, probably. Unfortunately,
Sorry, Trick.
and he can win sometimes, like as in like a surprise he wins, but and even against good people. And he can wrestle good people. Like he can have good shots. But I just don't. I don't think that he should really get like pushes. Because then they would have to fight,
Right.
and I'm okay with that. Then if that's how it goes, that's how it goes. But I would like to see them stay together. I think their synergy is
They're not a
cool.
bad team,
Yeah, they got cool synergy. But the main event was sick.
The tag team between Ciampa and Breaker against Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. Yeah.
Rude. It was a good match.
Ciampa and Breaker had the not matching, but they both wore singlets, which
Yep.
is out of.
And like colorful with like
Mhm.
neon colors. Like they were semi-matching aesthetics, and I like that.
They even had a combo entrance.
I like that Ciampa matched Breaker because he's the champion and not Breaker, like not them meeting in the middle or not any of that. It's like no, Breaker wore what he wore or wears, and Ciampa had to come out and kind of match him. You know, I like that. I think that's kind of a statement.
It's pretty cool.
Ziggler's a good ass wrestler, man.
I want him to win the NXT strap, actually.
Good ass wrestler. I mean, it was a good show. It was a good show. I don't feel like there was any real like life-changing bumps. Like it wasn't. They are obviously still continuing to build, I think, all of the dynamics of this beef.
Yeah, which is good because it is still relatively new between everyone because not
Yes.
everyone has had the chance to face off again. Like, what's his name?
Breaker and Ciampa.
Escobar is
and-
out. Has been out
yes.
since the match, right?
Yes.
Sorry.
So yes, I think that they're slow building it. They're not letting anybody go too crazy, and like the match isn't like somebody stomping somebody and beating the crap out of somebody so much yet. Like everybody's not even, but fairly even. You know what I mean? And so there's still a lot of like rematch potentials going on, which I like. Ciampa and Breaker looking like they had a little bit of beef.
Let me see Ziggler win the NXT strap. Why not?
Okay.
Because because didn't Breaker accept a triple threat challenge for the strap? thought.
Yes, because
So if he loses, he could lose without being pinned, and then he could pin a man with a very formidable name in the company in Dolph Ziggler.
So yes, I think that might be what's happening because because Breaker walked in after everything happened. Breaker, was that not the main event and that was the opening?
Dude, I will punch you in the throat. Look it up. I'm gonna punch him in the throat, chat.
Because
This guy.
Yeah, I might have messed
I'm
that
gonna
up.
karate kick you in the
I might have
karate
messed that up.
artery. Scissor kick you, gizzard. God. Because now I don't know. And what happened to the anime Asian girl on NXT? Is she gone again? What was her name? Sorry. Sapphire? Post-pick? Did you figure it out yet?
Hold on, I'm sorry.
Come on now. Come on now. You got me out here looking like a fool. I thought the North American strap was the main event.
You were right. You were in fact right. I am sorry. I doubted you.
And what was it? And you thought that L.A. Knight was the opener. Did he open, or was the opener
That match.
the match?
That match was the opener. LA Knight was the second thing that happened.
Voila. Interesting. What was their beef
Wait.
about? Are they gonna fight again? Cause I'm down. Give me Walla. Walla and what's his name? Medicinal.
LA Knight. LA Knight and Waller. I do believe that there is a match going to happen. Von Wagner had a match that I think we forgot to mention.
What? Against who?
Andre Chase.
Yo, the Hulu cut might have cut that out.
I do think that did happen.
The Hulu cut of NXT shorter?
I don't.
I feel like the SmackDown is the same length. I don't see much on SmackDown that I see on like my social medias that I didn't see on the TV.
Okay, so I'm sorry. The promos are not on this, so I can't tell you if the promo at the end happened like how I'm thinking it happened in my head, but I'm pretty sure what had happened was Braun Breaker walked in on Ciampa and Dolph Ziggler talking shit on each other because they have a match coming up again, and then he was like, "Oh, I could beat the shit out of both of you," because Ciampa was like, "Listen, man, you don't want to take him. You can take on me." And then Dolph's like, "Nah, you don't want to take him. You can take on me." And then Braun was like, "I'll beat the shit out of both you guys. You're both pussies. Sup?" And I like that energy. That's the type of energy from a champion.
Ciampa gave him like the dead stare, like, "Oh, it's on now."
Yep, you made a mistake,
I
young
had your
buck.
back. I had your back tonight, but not no more, young blood.
Yep,
Not
yep.
no more. Next.
I think I don't know if there's anything else to
We
talk
really
about.
butchered the order of that one.
That's okay though, because then order schmorter.
Order schmorter. At the start of these episodes, we would call it NX Who.
That's what I mean. Is we've come a long way for that program.
Yeah.
When we first started recording, for the first like 6 weeks,
It
I
was
didn't
the
even,
birth of NXT 2.0 when we started,
and I had no clue what NXT even was.
and it was NX Who because it didn't matter.
I watched in 2021 maybe 3 episodes.
Yeah.
In 2022, I've already watched maybe like 4 or 5. Like almost every week I've watched.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's like,
facts. Yeah, we're only 4 weeks into the year, so You're right.
So I'm just getting a hold of all of what's going on and all of these people, and it's so far their best weekly program for the last couple weeks.
From that side of from that side of things.
Yeah. So, props to them. Props to whoever they got
Good
doing
on.
writing. Props to the people who are fucking out there doing the wrestling. I mean, it's top notch. For that company, it's literally the top grade right now. So yeah, I would go. NXT probably is getting a B. Like it's well past passing. It's not just passing. It's passing with a little bit extra because they have a lot of things that make sense. SmackDown and Raw probably are at C- around the D+ range. They're passing, but barely, because they have so much star power, so much money behind it. It is a good product still. It is a great product still. I'll even give it that, to where it's like it can't really be a bad product. It's not considered a bad product or a failing product.
Yeah.
But it's not living up to its potential, and its potential is so high that's why I guess I have to. It's graded on that scale or on a curve, so it goes down to C- to me.
I'm mad. I just remembered that they let go of Cesaro.
Yeah, they did, dude. Oh my god.
I'm mad. Anyways, I'm mad. Simmer.
And the other program that we talk about on this show.
I need a hand tattoo on this hand.
B+ is across the board.
B's, dude. For
B+
one week we
is-
got this. I'm gonna try and watch an episode of Dark and or Elevation. Are those two different shows? They're YouTube shows. I'm gonna try and watch one of their, because it's not canon, per se. It's not like really, because it features wrestlers who aren't necessarily on Dynamite or Rampage.
I hear about that. Yep.
So I kind of just want to give it a shot because the wrestling in it is good. I see a lot of clips of good maneuvers and stuff. So I want to
How
give
much,
it a shot. I think they're like an hour.
How much promos are done in AEW Black?
I don't know if they do any promos on there.
That's what I'd be interested in. I'm
But that would
really.
be a good spot. That would still be a good place for them to get people to get comfy, and like in front of some people. You know what I mean? Like work on it.
Yes, I just really love character development.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it would, and it's best when they're raw and more potential and not as known unless we think of them a certain way. It's easier to develop a character that I've never seen before. You know what I mean? So
Hey,
I'd love to see some of
and
their character development on the base level.
Speaking of AEW on YouTube, we have to watch. I'm going to watch the kickoff show because it has a 6-man tag team, the House of Black, versus Eric Redbeard, Penta Oscuro, and Pac. It's got Hook versus QT Marshall, and then it's got Layla Hirsch versus Chris Statlander.
Statlander's in the pre-show?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're watching that. What time does it start?
I
Official start is 6 or
believe
5?
5 or
So
6.
4 probably we
Yeah,
need to get on it.
1 hour before the start time.
Okay, that means
On YouTube
okay.
too, so.
Sapphire get to work early tomorrow.
Or get to work early tonight. Probably not.
Get to work early tomorrow. All right, Sapphire. So then you can enjoy with us. Moving on. No, I'm just kidding.
Get it out of here.
You want to start at the top? Do some chronologicals?
Chronological in the
We're gonna do some chronologicals other than moment of the week because I'm assuming moment of the week was obviously not from WWE.
and
I'm just gonna get up for a second and fix this.
Sure. And oddly enough, the moment of the week I think is shared this week, yeah?
I might change mine.
Okay.
If I don't talk about one thing,
Sure.
don't
Can
bring
you
it up.
how does AEW start? Can you give me that? Because I've kind of...
AEW starts with Danielson.
I thought that's how Rampage kicked off. How did Dynamite kick off?
Dynamite starts with Danielson.
Oh, Danielson against someone.
Yes. Fallen Angel.
No, that was Rampage. I thought.
Dynamite at the top. Danielson.
Versus okay.
Old Man, Fallen Angel. Good match.
Yeah. No, for sure. I thought before.
Sorry, chat. I moved.
Before the show started, I know that TK came out and he bought Ring of Honor.
That is actually how the show started. I put that underneath. Oh, I'm sorry. I put that underneath.
I asked you the first match. Pretty sure.
Yes. Yeah.
But I thought that match just so happened to happen on Rampage. But no, yeah, because the first match on Rampage I'm remembering now. It's a triple threat.
Yes. That's yes.
But Danielson versus Daniels was so crazy sweet. Christopher the Fallen Angels is
because I might cut some of this.
Okay.
Because right from when we were messing around, I don't know how the audio is going to sound for one, because I was messing around with the mic and shit like that, and then also I want to now just tell you, because it's going to be hard to avoid it. The triple threat is probably going to be my moment of the week because of that fucking tower. So I'm gonna cut this. I think
if that's all I said about it too,
yeah, but I want it to be that clean almost.
When you toss it, is that where we're coming back in? Where are we coming back in when you stand up to fix it? Like where are we?
I'll find like a spot where I cut it, and I'll just say blah blah something.
All right, hit me with the start of the show one more time.
Yeah. So okay.
We'll restart somewhere.
We can even do that. We can even just start over with AEW.
Because we just got into it. That's why I'm like, where are you cutting in?
Yeah, we can start back at the beginning of AEW. So if you want to even ask me again, like, wait, so how did the show start?
Or he might. How did Dynamite kick off?
Okay. Dynamite kicked off with the Tony Khan statement.
Oh. TK.
Yes.
TK bought Ring of Honor.
It was hype. He delivered a great performance. Like, it seemed like he went in there
and it was like real.
Yeah, and delivered like exactly what he wanted. It's like he didn't have writers for it. That's what I mean by that. You know how I was telling you it's like he practiced it in the mirror over and over again? It wasn't like he just practiced something that somebody wrote for him in the mirror over and over again, like how actors
He's like,
do.
how do I really feel about me buying that?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, no, he took his feelings over the course of maybe a week or so, or however long since the deal was done, and wrote them down, and then practiced how to deliver those in the best way, and then nailed it.
Yeah.
He nailed it. So I thought that was that was good.
I think that's where Cody Rhodes is going. Give me Rhodes in Ring of Honor. Let him bring back the ring that he made when he was in the Ring of Honor. Let me see him there. Let him run it if he wants it.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Fine. I could definitely see that happening. I think Ring of Honor is
birthed a lot of wrestlers who we can see on TV today.
Well, and that's what I was about to say. Is it's going to get a lot more exposure. It's going to be like now another brand that they hold. So like, you remember how I was telling you? I need to speak better English. I'm so sorry. You remember how
you failed it twice?
I was telling you that AEW, Rampage, and Dynamite could kind of have a little bit of a split, have multiple belts and different things. Right. Ring of Honor could be that for them.
Yeah, because they already have. No, by the way, Ring of Honor has their World Championship. They have a women's belt. I'm sure they might have a women's tag, but I know more about their men. So they have the World Heavyweight. They have a television. They have tag team. They have a 6-man tag team, which is so filthy. That's so filthy. No one on TV has a 6-man. So like I need them. And then, like, respectfully, because, like, Ring of Honor shut down recently, and respectfully, I need everyone who was the champion to still be champion. Respectfully. Let them even be champion for a bit if you so see that to be fit. Or whatever, but, like, don't just, like, strip them of their stuff, man. Because, like, because people were just... I'm pretty sure when they said goodbye that it was just a see you later. So, like, how are you going to revamp everything? Or are you going to... It's either no champions, and you got to give me tournaments for all the belts, or keep all the old champions and still kind of do a tournament-esque ranking system deal to figure out
Yeah.
who the contenders are.
Either way, tournament. But yes, I do agree. I agree they should do keep the champions, and then keep the champions, and then do tournament to decide who's they're going to be the top challengers, and then have those matches. But if they don't want to have any champions and they just want to have tournaments, that I 100% agree with that.
Full total recall.
Yeah, no.
Keep the. I hope that he could, because he bought it, so like he owns like the footage and everything. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I hope that they don't, because their belts look pretty sweet. So I hope that they don't.
Have to change
They
them.
don't have to change it, but like if you revamp the logo, which I wouldn't be shocked if they do, because it's a new
Just-
ownership,
yeah.
you know. But yeah, you just a little bit different on the top.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
But the first match, if we want to get into that, if we want to get back into the matches and kind of,
Yeah.
off of the promos and such, Danielson and the Fallen Angel.
The Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, 51-year-old, should not be doing many flippy dippy moves.
Well, so didn't, but one of them was so high skill that it just is like incredible. Off the apron, ass onto the top rope, and then backflip onto Danielson. Smooth as can be.
Yeah, and not only that, but the way he got to the outside of the apron, he did a somewhat like a drop kick or like a baseball slide through the.
Oh, yes, he did.
Under the middle rope.
He had smooth moves for an old man, and
He smooth as hell.
little bit of a connection
And
to
he-
Danielson from OG days.
And the moonsault he was gonna hit before he passed out.
Mhm,
That quite literally is one of the. It's named the greatest moonsault ever.
Okay.
It has to do with a faction that he was in, whatever. But that is crazy. You're on the set. I think I've even one time seen him go all the way up. So I think I've seen him start on the ground, jump to the bottom turnbuckle, jump to the middle turnbuckle, and then jump to the top one.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. So sweet. And then a backflip off, because it's a moonsault. So you're not just jumping up there and then jumping back. You're jumping up there and then
Oh, yeah.
rotisserie chicken. Or rotating, sorry.
Moxley came out afterwards, talked some shit, tried to challenge Danielson right after a fight, which Danielson always right after a fight never accepts a challenge, which it's just been consistent for him,
Smart
so I'm
man.
not mad. Yeah, consistent for him, so I'm not mad. But Mox talks that shit, dude. He's the fucking man.
Talks that talk.
He's slowly becoming one of my favorite wrestlers for sure. Then we moved on to the Casino Royale.
Oh, the battle royale, the casino style battle royale.
Yep.
I like how they have. I like that.
I liked all
I'm
of it.
not mad that they had
was fun.
a different style of a battle royal last week.
Some people took long to get in. Some people took a slow amount of time to get in.
Was there more, or was it like the same?
There's a lot of teams.
Or was
I
it
don't
the
know.
same?
There
Because
was a
some
lot
of
of
them,
teams.
not all of them, but some were repeating teams.
Yes, a lot of them were repeating teams. It felt like, but there was, yeah, it was.
I
lot of
maybe
teams.
I don't know. Maybe I just only based off of like the entrance runs, I can like picture who I remember in the other one more.
And yes,
Because we had the return of
Yeah.
Top Flight.
yes,
Dante
which was
Martin's
cool.
brother's name is.
No.
Said didn't write it down. Me either. Welcome back though, Top Flight. Sorry. I feel like it starts with a D though.
He'll be right there and probably smiling, and he'll be right there. And I'm sorry we forgot your name, but yeah, it was a great start. I mean, they started
And they
the
started
started the
and
match.
finished, didn't they?
They were
One of
near
them?
the end. I don't. Yeah, they were
One
near
of
the
the,
end. I don't
like, top
remember.
three, maybe?
If, I know that it was definitely like top 5.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly how close it was.
And
'cause-
I don't think both of them. I think because I think one of them got eliminated, and then one of them was in there a little bit longer. I think Dante got eliminated
Young Bucks getting the win off of some cheese from
Red Dragon.
yeah.
Yes, that was sweet.
Very
But
Clown.
don't be fooled. Red Dragon will come after you in that match.
Yeah.
I really though, since like those two are probably gonna be butting, or those two teams are gonna be like butting heads the whole time. I almost can see Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus winning and retaining, which I wouldn't be mad at. Because,
I would
like,
be-
you don't need belts to feud in this company, you know?
I would be happier that way because I don't
Yeah,
really
but
want...
you're biased.
Well, yes, but we had the Young Bucks as champions, right?
Yes, we have.
So I don't believe that it's going to be them. It would be the Red Dragon. I don't believe that the Red Dragon should be champions. I don't believe that they've put
They
in
have
the
done
work
enough. Yeah,
against certain other tag teams to be champions.
I don't even know
personally.
if they've had tag team match.
They've had a
They've had a 6-man, and they've had singles.
I'll say this: they've had a little bit of a bad luck because Penta and his brother Phoenix are out. Phoenix is out, so the competition is slim of the top tag teams. It's the Young Bucks. It's Jurassisaurus. Oh my God, take it back. But no, so I just think it's a little thin at the top right now. So they haven't really had very many matches because there's not a lot of
Top tag teams.
yes. And I don't think they want them. I don't think they want to have a bunch of. I don't think that they want any of their tag teams to be losing right now. They like all their tag teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they know how to. Yeah, dude. Yeah, yes.
So
I don't want to get into it too much.
I don't.
Yeah.
They haven't had them set up against a lot of their lower level or their newer like up and coming tag teams because they don't want those up and coming tag teams to just get in the stomp.
Right, and that's why all the lower ranked tag teams are still in the lower rank.
Yes,
Like
and
the
they're.
Gun Club. I'm pretty sure maybe they're in the lower ranks. I could be wrong.
I would consider them.
But like
I
mid
would.
low, you know.
From what we see, I mean, even what we're
Brock-
gonna get from Top Flight, what we get from the Acclaimed, like those aren't necessarily. They haven't.
Yeah, it's not like they're bad.
Yes,
They're just-
yes, they're not
One of them
contending
has
yet,
more losses.
and they're not contending yet. They could be back into contention soon, but it's got because the Acclaimed was in contention a little bit ago, but they lost to somebody.
I think so.
FTR
right?
or something. They lost to like FTR or something, and they kind of got bumped down. But I don't think they want the Acclaim to have another loss. So
Clown House.
I don't think
Welcome.
they don't want the Acclaim to just be
The
taking,
Acclaimed have arrived.
they don't want the Acclaim to just be taking L's left and right. So I don't think that they put them up against like
Everyone loves the Acclaimed. Scissor me.
who was Thunder Rosa's tag team partner?
Mercedes Martinez.
Yes, it was. Who was DMD's partner?
Jamie Hayter.
Yes, it was.
I love Jamie Hayter, by the way.
I liked that match. I thought there was.
That was a good match.
I thought there was some good fire.
The storytelling was good too because Mercedes Martinez been in quarrels with both.
That's what I was gonna say.
Been in quarrels with both. I kinda want Thunder Rosa to take the belt.
You're kind of.
I kind of
on
do,
it now?
but you know me, son.
Yeah,
I want
you
that
kinda on
DMD train.
that.
DMD's got count 'em, 2 people who can help her. Thunder Rosa's got Mercedes Martinez.
Hey, I'm just saying. I think Thunder Rosa is. Remember what I was kind of saying about Sonya Deville, where in-ring presence is like a lot, like it just has
Yeah.
like its own thing to it. It's a
Yeah.
personality.
They
Thunder
both
Rosa
do.
has that. DMD has that too, but
They're different.
it's different. Yep, it's different.
I want Thunder Rosa to win, but my heart wants DMD to win.
On Dynamite, Jade had a promo where she just literally was walked up to. I don't remember who she fought. I always forget who she fights. She fought somebody on Rampage, not on Dynamite. But she walked up to
She
that
fought
person.
someone on this rampage?
Yep.
No, she had a promo on this rampage.
Oh, she just had another promo and got beat up in the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Spoilers. I believe she had another promo on Dynamite. If anything, I don't think she had a match though.
Yeah, maybe you're right. She had a promo on Dynamite and Rampage.
Okay.
The first time. Okay, yes, you're right. So on Dynamite, she just was calling her a bitch and flexed on her, and that's
Gotcha.
when she couldn't touch her,
Correct.
and that's why she was talking so much shit. And then on Rampage,
It was 48
she
hours.
had
before
she
that.
was doing the interview, and then they rolled up on her, and was calling her a bitch, and then she dropped the F-bomb. Jade did. She said, that fucking bitch at the end. And I was like, damn,
like I told you, as soon as
that's Goldberg status. That's
as
what
soon
makes
as
me
that
think that
happened-
she's gonna be Goldberg
I
status.
don't know though. I don't want it to be. I don't want this match, in particular, to be
A stomp.
a Goldberg.
No. It shouldn't be a
squash.
stomp. No, it
I
shouldn't
want
be a
it to
stomp.
be a 10-15. Give me a 10, because I know they can go 20.
I would
Maybe
like
not in a harsh way necessarily.
I would
Maybe
like
not
15.
Jade because
I would
she
like
is
15.
newer. But
I would like 10 to 15.
they can. I know that they can put on a longer one.
I would like 10
than
to
what
15.
we've been getting from Jade on TV.
I think Jade could take a little bit of punishment in this match.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen her really take a lot of punishment. Maybe Jade. Maybe.
And I want to see near falls, because I don't think many people have gotten a near
She's
fall. on
gotten
Jade.
only like one count.
Okay. When did that happen?
I don't know, but I caught it, and it hasn't been very long. It has to have not been very long. 'Cause I just looked at it not very long ago.
Same.
Yeah. No.
Why is it not go black any? Oh, there it is. At least it's not the same problem as last time.
So, but we only have 40 minutes for the rest of this episode.
But aren't we almost done with Dynamite?
Yes.
And Rampage is fast.
We're almost done.
I've also been trying to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, we're almost done.
How far back?
We're probably just going to.
Then that wouldn't stop the recording for any reason on the.
No.
Okay, just double checking
the
me.
audio is bad, but what we'll do
I'm just making sure, man.
is we'll probably just go back to the beginning of this Jade segment.
Yeah, you want to just kick it off?
Yep. We'll just go back to the beginning of this Jade segment. So, God damn it.
Why is it doing that this time?
I
Like
don't
hella
know. I don't know.
weight distribution, probably.
Maybe, yeah, but I even have like extra. But, oh well. Okay. So wasted a couple
Because
extra
I know I
minutes there.
pointed at the camera recently, and every time I point, I have to make sure that it. You know what I mean?
Okay. It had to have not been very long. It had to have not been very long. So, sorry about that. Camera died. We're gonna get back into it. We were talking about AEW Dynamite. We're going to get right back into it with Jade Cargill's promos, because we just got off of Thunder Rosa. So if it sounds like we're repeating anything, it's because wherever I found the cleanest cut, that's where we found it. And we're gonna
Who?
Well, I'm gonna have to tell Sapphire what's going on. Where to
Now
cut?
we really have to not cut in this area or before this. We're good though. We totally have plenty of dead space. Fuck telling the audience of 5 subscribers what happened. I think you can
That's
find
also
a
true.
spot.
Yeah. Okay. So, but we can cut back in probably anytime and
Anytime
just talk
about
about.
I would just talk about
Yeah.
Jade. Did she hit the Jaded? Oh wait, she didn't have matches. Jade Cargill.
No, she did not have a match. All she did was on Dynamite walk up to a Ty Conti interview and basically called her a little bitch to her face multiple times. And I'm not sure what time, because I don't remember this happening, but there was a contract or like a stipulation put in place where Ty Conti couldn't hurt Jade Cargill
She couldn't touch her.
or touch her until 48 hours before the match. And so she was calling her a little bitch and all this shit, and you
She
could
just had to
see
take it, huh?
it was steaming. It was steaming.
Oh, yeah, the Brazilian fucking anger is real, I hear.
And we're skipping through a little bit, but on Rampage there was another promo, which Rampage obviously is within 48 hours of when Revolution is. So Jade's cutting a promo for Revolution on Rampage, and she's talking shit, and she is still calling her a little bitch, but then all of a sudden out of nowhere a fucking boot hits her in the mouth.
Oh.
And Ty Conti's like, "You're the little bitch." It's literally like, quote unquote, that is exactly what she says.
I see you in 48 hours.
Exactly, yeah. And then they pull off. I think her little blonde friend comes up and gets in the manager's face.
Oh,
and then
Anna
they,
Jay?
yeah. They pull off, and then Jade Cargill's on the ground holding her strap, and she goes, "That fucking bitch." And I was like,
What?
Is that
yeah,
F?
F-bomb. And that's what makes me think that she's literally gonna have a Goldberg
Yeah,
run.
fuck it, dude. She's the face of TBS. I want the face of my channel, of my brand, to say, fuck that bitch. I want her to call her strap and to to change the acronym of our brand to that bitch show.
It was, yeah.
That's phenomenal.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. But she is wearing the pants and putting dick on the table. She's cursing like crazy. Like it was, it makes me think that they like her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
She likes what she's doing. I think.
Oh, for sure.
Like I think that there's high morale right now, and so she's able to do that, and that means that I think she's going to continue to push, and I think that she's going to continue to be undefeated. 50-0, like we said last week, is on the table. Ty Conti
She's going to get to 50.
should put up a good defense though. 10-15 minute match would be acceptable. 20-minute match would be like
Beyond expectations.
yes, would be like, oh my gosh, that would be a blessing.
Anything shorter than 10,
Would kind of be a little. It wouldn't be a disappointment, but it would be sad.
and it would like like in gaming terminology, it would demote Ty Conti a lot, because like hasn't been losing, right, like as of late. You know
That's
what I mean?
true. She would get knocked down in the ranks a lot if she gets stomped like everybody
Like
else.
she was a part of that dope bloody tag match, main event.
Yes.
Or sorry, did I skip anything? I tend to do that.
No. Well, yes, but we'll get to it later. So,
Oh shit.
let's get to the main event of Dynamite, which would be
A 6-man tag.
Yes, the 6-man tag with Adam
champ.
Cole.
Oh.
Or I was gonna go on the champs last, usually. So it was Adam Cole, the main challenger, and
Baby.
his goons, his boys.
You remember their names yet?
No.
What?
Oh. It was Adam Cole, Baby, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish.
Bobby Fish, I could have remembered. I could have remembered that one if you gave me a little bit of time and I really thought about it, but I would have not got Kyle's name.
Do you know who they fought?
They fought Johnny Hungy
Yeah.
from the Dark Order. They fought, was his name Alex?
Alex Reynolds of the Dark Order.
Alex Reynolds of the Dark Order, and the AEW champion.
Hangman Adam Page.
And it was a good match. There was a lot of action, like, because having 6 men in a match means that it's like, I compare it to like hockey a little bit in my head, just because in hockey there's live substitutes.
Mm-hmm.
And that means you can always have fresh legs.
Right,
As
right.
soon as someone gets tired, it's literally
Hey, guess what?
so
Chillin'.
like
I get to chill out here on the apron.
6-man tag is a very fun match always to watch. Just, usually from anybody, but to see those guys going at it, Johnny Hungy, okay,
It could be
the red
Johnny
the
Hungy,
Red
sorry.
Dragon,
Yeah.
and the members of the Dark Order who showed up in that match, I think knew that they were on the biggest stage I think they've been on yet,
In a minute or whatever.
or in a while. Yes, and
Because
so
it's the main event also. It's not like they're just on the middle of the show.
they put on, and I think they put on. No, I was just pointing at the audience, telling them, because you look concerned, but I'm pointing at the audience, telling them.
Don't break the wall.
I'm telling them.
Don't break the wall.
I have to.
I break the wall.
I have to tell them, and I have to tell you. I'm telling them what it was. No, these guys.
But Johnny Hungy and Reynolds, they have savage combo moves.
Well, and Hungy has been putting on a clinic for, I'd say, a good month now.
Yo, since maybe I'm biased, maybe I'm capping, maybe not. This is my opinion. Johnny Hungy been on it since AEW started.
Okay. I haven't been there, so I wouldn't know. But since I've taken more of like a deep dive into understanding and like remembering all these people,
Yeah.
he's consistently been someone who I'm like, oh yeah, no, like he puts on.
No, like, yeah, no, exactly. That's every time I've seen him on the TV, I'm like very impressed.
Yes.
Every time.
The next couple things we're gonna get to were just kind of some stomps.
Some stomps.
On Rampage. It was
Rampage.
Wardlow.
Oh.
Wardlow came out and literally put on like a 120-second show with Powerbomb Symphony, and that was it. Literally, match started grappling into a turnaround.
Was this another bigger guy though? No.
Huge guy, bigger than the last
Was this
guy.
It was one of the Bear Country fellers, wasn't it?
Okay. Gonna give you guys a little bit of the sauce. As you can see, maybe by the angle, we did some set maneuvers.
Yeah.
And so while we were cleaning up some set maneuvers, that match was happening.
Oh.
And so I remember it happened so fast.
Yeah.
I literally.
But you saw that it was a bigger person. So that's what makes me think it was someone in Bear Country.
If I'm remembering this correctly now, all I heard was Wardlow's entrance happening, and then I don't know if it took me a second to put everything down and the other entrance happened, or if I put everything down very fast and then the match started.
Sure.
But I didn't get to see, or I didn't pay attention to, or because I was preoccupied to hear the other the opponent.
Yeah.
But the match, but then the match was too fast, so they didn't. They didn't talk about him.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Sean Spears, did he take the spotlight this week or what?
No, and that's what I was gonna get to. Is Wardlow is becoming his own man.
Yeah.
He dropped a Powerbomb Symphony, and then what are you mad about, bro?
What?
What are you mad about, bro?
Yeah. What? No.
What?
No,
What? What?
I just have something in my throat.
He's lying, Chad.
What? Wardlow, did he beat up Sean Spears yet?
No.
Worthless.
No, but I just don't think he got his shine stolen.
Oh, damn it.
No. It was. That's why I was like, you're waiting for the turn, but it didn't happen yet. But he did snap back at MJF in the promo later. He snapped back at MJF in the promo later because MJF was like, I don't remember. He's basically said, you need to do more winning. And he's like, oh, well, it's hard for me to do all the winning when I'm making sure you're winning.
But all Wardlow does is win.
Yes, but it was just like
DJ Khaled.
It was like a remark, like you're winning, but you're not winning against anybody that means anything, and you're not like actually bringing anything like. Blah,
the
blah.
only big name he went against, he lost to. Punk.
And so they really drove a wedge because of that slap. Because MJF came back after he said that and slapped him. You don't remember this?
Again? No.
You don't remember this?
No.
Yeah. So MJF said you need to win more, and he's like, dude, I'm literally winning the matches when I can every week, once a week, and then also making sure you win matches once a week. How am I supposed to win more? And then Sean Spears' face in the background. And then MJF comes back and literally slaps him across the face and says, you don't work for this company. You work for me. Don't forget that.
Damn, so this dog collar match is about to turn up.
And so, because it could get real interesting. Because CM Punk's already been trying to get at Wardlow's ear. Yeah. So it could get real interesting. I do really look forward to the Wardlow turn on MJF. And
Orange Cassidy do anything?
Get into that. That's the next stomp that I was going to talk about. Keith Lee.
Oh.
Keith Lee came out and dominated on Rampage. He had a little bit of a promo on Dynamite. Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs told him not to come onto Rampage because that's their show and not to fuck around. and Keith Lee pulled up on Rampage, gave whoever, I don't even remember
Maybe
who it was.
this is who is a part of Bear Country. I definitely remember hearing the name Bear be said somewhere either in Dynamite or Rampage. Because they might have been in the tag. It might have just been because of the tag team battle royals that have happened over the last 2 weeks. Have I heard the name Bear? But anyway, sorry.
No, somebody called out a guy and you freaked out on him. You freaked out on that guy. The guy came out and he was like a tag team partner or a good friend of someone who had died.
That's different. That's Eric Redbeard.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
That's a
I'm
different
sorry.
segment.
Yes, that's.
This guy, eh?
Did we bring that up though?
No.
Do you want to do a quick just loop in? Hey, we're gonna zone back and what is that?
Rampage or Dynamite?
I don't even know. That's why I'm asking you.
Hey, so
I don't know anything about a Redbeard.
Gotcha.
So I don't.
Weren't you just talking about something?
I was just saying Keith Lee came out and did a
finish that,
stomping.
finish that.
Okay, Keith Lee came out, did a stomping. Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs told him not to come on Rampage. Came on Rampage anyways, did it. They came out to the ramp and were about to come on there and 2v1 his ass. But as they were like halfway down the ramp, you could see they slowed down, which I wish they didn't slow down until the music hit. They didn't listen to the cue. They were trying to not go too far. And the music hit, Orange Cassidy came out.
Nice. And his boys? How many of all of them?
Orange Cassidy. Just to
Orange?
even the numbers. We don't need a man advantage.
I guess not.
Orange and Keith 2v2 could take Ricky and Powerhouse.
2v2.
I could take that.
Honestly, Orange Cassidy probably could do it both if he just tried.
But that sounds like a match that they might build. Orange and Keith Lee versus Powerhouse and Ricky Starks would be savage.
Let me even get some of that during the ladder match.
Hell yeah.
Wait, did Cassidy qualify? Yeah, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, sweet.
Yes, so that could be a little
Yeah.
dynamic that they create. Yes.
And also at some point during
This
the
all got
AEW week,
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Alex is his name, correct? Penta Oscuro's manager.
Yes.
And Pac were in the ring, and and Alex was talking shit basically on Malachi Black, and he was like, "Well, there's 3 of you, and there's 3 of us," and then it went dark, and Malachi and the boys were on the apron, and then Alex was like, "Hey, I didn't say us 3 are the ones," and then the music hit, and it was the debut of none other than Eric Redbeard, friend of Brody Lee, R.I.P. He was his partner in WWE. He was his friend IRL. I thought Redbeard was going to get signed when he randomly showed up for the memorial show. But I really see him more so of a House of Black guy. So I kind of, if he gets spit in the face, I could see him going over there.
Turning.
But also, like, because fuck if I know. I don't know. Maybe for all I know, Eric is homies with Pac. Like you know what I mean? Like, maybe he's homies with one of the Lucha Brothers or Pac. So that's why he's with them.
Pac's aesthetic and Redbeard's aesthetic would match.
Yes.
So I could see them.
Edgy alternative.
Yeah, I could see them going at
Yeah.
it. I could see that because Pac needs a partner too because they're Penta
Penta has
and Phoenix are together.
yeah.
So yeah, I could see that really being the
I
dynamic
could see
there.
them being.
I like it.
Well, they would have to get.
'Cause think about it that way.
In a weird way, they would have to get a different name because the Lucha Brothers and Pac is a Death Triangle. So
They would need a
4-man name.
And that 4-man, you could put them up against any 4 you can find in that company,
That
and
would
I
be
would
hella
watch it.
good. I'd watch that.
I'd watch them go against any 4 you can find in that company.
And like Eric, when he was a bludgeon brother in WWE with Luke Harper, Brody Lee, he would have Brody slap him, and sometimes Brody be like, yeah, sometimes I didn't pull back too much. Anyway, so I could almost see like that, like Pac like hyping him up by doing that. Like I could see him getting slapped and then going bananas.
Okay.
And I would
It's
like
lit.
to see that.
I'm excited. Yeah, good debut.
Yeah,
It's-
because no
been good.
action happened between anyone other than Rowan or Redbeard and the security guards, right? He just
Yeah.
stomped some security guards,
I think
which was
so.
savage.
Was there any? other women's matches? Was there any women's matches on Rampage?
The
Other
Serena
than
Deeb.
yeah, I was gonna say other than the rookie challenge.
I believe just the rookie challenge. Is that
Okay.
what it's called?
Yeah, it's called the rookie challenge. So she challenges rookies, and if they can beat her
I just
or
always, I
last
just knew it was
5
a 5-minute
minutes.
thing, and it just makes me think of Spider-Man. The OG Tobey Maguire. You said I would get 1,000 if I won. Well, I told you you'd get 1,000 if you lasted 5 minutes. You beat him in 2. Here's 300. I'm sorry. You ain't going nowhere.
I guess it's time. It's time for
The main event.
Yeah.
What was the main event?
Wait, what's the main event? What was the main event of Rampage? Do you remember?
This guy, chat, relies on me to do everything around here.
That's lies.
Yeah. It's big lies.
It's lies and deflections.
He relies on me to show up.
And help me remember sometimes.
Well, it's like a jungle sometimes. Damn it. Hard from going under?
yeah,
What?
yeah. I don't know how
It's
it
like
keeps.
a jungle sometimes.
It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Thank you.
Yeah.
D-Mac. What?
Christian Cage, Ethan Page.
Christian Cage, Ethan Cage versus. Oh, hell yeah, dude, that would be tight. Here, listen to this, chat. Imagine this, okay? Give me Brian Cage versus Christian Cage versus Ethan Page versus Hangman Adam Page on a steel cage during Rampage.
On the main stage.
Thoughts? Comments, questions, concerns?
But that was the main event, and I'm glad that I looked it up because that's actually a match worth talking about. It was pretty good. I mean, Christian Cage, kind of old.
He's
Ethan
old, right?
Page, not necessarily someone who I deem like highly touted or ranked or even
But
really.
I think the other week, maybe off cam, but we
I
said we've barely seen him wrestle one-on-one.
yes, I like his wrestling. I think that his character needs work.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
They're American Top Team, correct?
So, yeah.
So American Top Team has a great leader, and the characters beneath it try to emulate it instead of being their own people. It feels like they try to be very Dan Lambert-esque. That's his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
They try to be very like their personality. All three of their personalities, when they are on screen, are very similar to each other. They're like, and like it seems like Ethan Page and I don't remember the other gentleman's name.
Scorpio Sky.
Yes, they seem like they're trying to be almost copy paste Dan Lambert, like
Which is-
charisma and courage and like that, like. But they don't.
Well, because at least, for all I know, maybe they met off screen beforehand, but because they acted like that before Dan showed up, they were
Okay.
like cocky, like we're the men of the year, like they were the men of the year. I'm pretty sure before
Okay.
Dan Lambert came up, it was like that was their tag team. So like they've always been cocky, and I don't know if that helped lead in to Dan or if they did that so that Dan, when Dan joins, it feels fluid.
Okay.
But if that changes anything,
It does a little bit, but so it makes me think that is just kind of like how they are. They're Ethan Page is kind of Miz-ish to me.
because he definitely just seems like a prick.
Yeah, kind of Miz-ish to me, where it's like you don't even deserve the spoiledness that you act like you have.
His nickname makes sense though. All
Yeah,
ego.
all ego, yeah. No, and that's where I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's not bad. It's not bad. It was a good match. But I'm glad you said it's time for the main event because I was going to say it's time for the moment of the week.
I know. That's why
And you gave me
I'm here, chat. I make him remember certain things.
you gave me the Johnny Hungy fingers, and that made me just flash into my
Johnny
phone
Hungy could give me his.
to know what the main event was. But do you want to do your moment of the week first, or should I get into mine? Both coming out of AEW this week.
Both coming out of AEW. Adrian Diesel will start. Moment of the week. CM Punk promo that led into MJF destruction. Are you kidding me? I got a picture for this that I would like to use, by the way, Sapphire. See? You don't have to put it where my hand was, by the way. because CM Punk, it was like a continuation almost from his promo last week, where he was like, I wake up in the morning, I wash my face, I ask myself, what do I see in the mirror? You know, good guy or bad guy, blah, 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 blah. And then he invited MJF out to the ring to have a little chat, and he, to somewhat, like, not like, like kind of apologize, but to like shake his hand, because that's something that CM Punk denied when MJF first introduced himself to the man. And then they hugged. It was so cute and sweet, and you know, it was very a soft moment.
And it felt real.
And it was so and then I was like, this match is about to turn up, because I was like, MJF is gonna become a rat during the dog collar match.
What?
Nah. He done kick Punk square in the nads. And then his boys Sean Spears and Wardlow came out. Wardlow put the dynamite ring on MJF's pinky finger.
What?
And then
It was
he
so sad.
punched Punk right in the forehead. And he busted him open. By God, he busted him open.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like.
And then
It was one of those
MJF
moments.
got in his face and was like, I am the devil himself.
No, they choked him out first.
That was it? Did they do that twice?
Yes.
Whatever, dude.
They choked him out first,
Whatever,
and then
family, and he was
and
bloody.
then they tossed him out with the blood. Yeah.
Man's was bloody, and also shop
I am the devil himself.
shop AEW.com, not an ad yet. You can purchase the white T-shirt that MJF wore with the picture, with the famous picture of younger Punk and younger MJF, bloodied. AEW has a few shirts that are bloodied. They're so cool.
That's good.
They're so sweet. Just go check them out, chat.
Then they
Not an ad yet.
Then they, with the dog collar on him, they hung him over the freaking edge of the top rope, and freaking.
They hung him. They choked him out.
Yeah, it was like a expression of violence that we need to see weekly.
Yeah.
I don't know where from,
Yeah,
but
because
weekly
what happened?
I
We
need to
used
see
to
that
be
type
a
of violence.
society.
Yeah.
At one point in time, the Undertaker tied Stephanie McMahon more or less to like a cross. It was like his symbol to like crucify her, you know, and stuff. You know.
I mean, she's not a pure soul, so hard to sacrifice. But But anyways, sorry about that. That was, yeah. Honestly, leading out of the fresh watch, that was probably my moment of the week as well. We kind of were discussing it right away. That's what we had on our mind right after watching.
Yeah.
After watching all the wrestling of the week.
I almost called you again, like I did with MJF's emotional promo a couple weeks back. Yes, sir.
But what stole the spotlight for me at the end in my mind when I'm really digesting it, just because I feel it has more stars in my heart at play that I feel deserve the shine that they're getting. Like I feel that all three of the superstars in the triple threat match that led off on Rampage, Sammy, Darby, and Andrade, were they're the top notch. They're the cream of the crop in the up and coming category of this industry. Like I'm talking industry wide. They are three of, I'd say, the top 5 potential.
And let's not forget
male superstars.
Let's not forget Darby, Sammy, and Sting face off against shit.
Darby, Sammy, and Sting versus Andrade.
Matt Hardy, and Isaiah Cassidy. And Isaiah Cassidy might get pulled, and we might see Jeff Hardy. I just pulled that out of my ass right now.
So, but dude, there was a moment in this match when Darby's up in the corner and he's about to go flying onto Andrade or Sammy. I don't even remember, but Sammy comes up and gets in his face and
On the turnbuckle?
starts to climb up onto the top.
Like,
And then they kind of get into like a grappling position. And while
Ooh,
they're-
gotta be a superplex, eh?
While they're jostling for position, Andrade comes up, grabs Darby, who's on the inside
would be the-
position. Obviously, he's on the I should say the
He'd, like, on
outside. Sorry,
He'd be the bottom,
no,
or is he in? Oh yeah, he is.
no,
He's
I'm
he's on the
incorrect.
top.
Yes, I'm incorrect. No, so he's getting the inside person, which is Sammy, not Darby. Sorry,
Yeah.
he comes in and he grabs the inside person, Sammy, like on his shoulders style. And while he freaking has him on his shoulders, he turns around. Not only does he turns around, which gets Darby and Sammy both off the ropes, to where they're both like suspended in the air, holding one another, grappling, lifted like vertically.
There was a powerbomb suplex combo,
Dude, yes.
and usually when people do that, people actually just stay in the turnbuckle, like by the turnbuckle,
And then just fall.
and then it's basically just a superplex, and it looks like you're also getting powerbomb.
No, he did a 180 on his feet and took 3 steps, AJ.
He turned around,
And took 3 steps.
around, D-Mac, and took 3 steps.
3 whole steps with 2 full bodies on him, probably at least 300 pounds. 300 pounds on his shoulders, took 3 steps, and then slammed him. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. The core strength to be able to suspend your body at that clip of high in the air. You're 10 feet in the air and you're holding yourself upside down like a breakdancer off of somebody else's body who's not on the ground, who's not grounded.
Who's being held.
Who's being held also. So the amount of tension and like weight suppression that all of these guys are like pushing
I've never
onto each
seen-
other,
I don't think anyone do that like that.
it was insane.
Limited space remaining. We gotta.
Well, this is also still recording.
I know, but we gotta.
So-
We're almost done anyways.
Yes.
Do you have anything you want? You look forward to at WrestleMania?
That's exactly
or
what I was going to get.
Revolution?
That's exactly what I was
Nice.
going to get into. Is
Pat
just a.
Mac?
Well, hold on. I just wanted to wrap up and say, of the 3, Sammy still is my leading like favorite. I will say Sammy should stay the TNT champion. I think the strap should still belong to him by the end of this triple threat.
It did.
Or by the end of this feud, or if because I'm assuming there's going to be another
There
match.
might be. Yeah, because
I don't know
the
how.
winner of the Revolution ladder match eventually gets a shot at the belt.
Okay, yes. And okay. So Sammy might beat them and then still
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, so like, yeah.
fight those 3. Yeah, or fight those 2.
One of them
So I think Sammy's the favorite. I do think Keith Lee would be a big problem for whoever's going to have this strap when that time comes.
Oh, you think Keith Lee's just gonna win, huh?
I personally think so. That's just my favorite pick, but that's what I was just about to get into. Do you have any picks, predictions, or looking forward tos for Revolution, which is tomorrow, which we might do a live recording while we record
Oh, yeah,
us
yeah.
watch it?
I look forward my prediction for that ladder match, just because you were talking about it. Personally, I want Cassidy to win. I wouldn't be mad if Wardlow wins, though.
That's what I was going to say. I think Wardlow or Keith Lee will win. I would love to see Hobbs or Cassidy win as well. Any 4 of those I would be okay with, but I do think Keith Lee is my number 1 who I predict and would like. Wardlow is my number 2 prediction. Wardlow's my number 2 prediction, but not my number 2 like. Powerhouse Hobbs is my number 2 like, but my number 3 prediction. I go beef. Top 3 is beef for like and for what I think is going to happen.
My prediction is that the Hangman Adam Page is going to retain against Adam Cole, baby, and he will continue to be the AEW World Champion.
Agreed.
Cut
Consensus.
Cut it, Sapphire.